And you have some other artists on your label, right?
Yeah, we got Chris John, it's on the label. We just started another underground label within the label called Team Rock. You know, all the cats that's hungry and want to rap and hate every video they see and hate everything on the radio. You know, I hate that. I hate that. I'm better than everybody. For everybody like that, we got groups like the Rangers and Bleak. You know, he was on the last album, Coming to Age. Source Money. You know, it's Rockefeller Geffen thing. So we just branching out. You know,
And you have any other plans
Asia
outside
and
of the...
Ashley also too. Two young
All
girls,
right.
brilliant.
And do you have any plans outside of the recording industry as well?
Yeah, we have a script right now that that we're loving right now. We trying to get that in motion. We got the clothing about to come about, and a couple other things,
Okay.
magazines and things like that. Me and Big used to be like, we went to high school together. We was like passing friends, just like, what's up, we see each other, we acknowledge each other, but it wasn't no real long conversations. We never really spoke in high school beyond what's up. Then he started getting into the business. I started seeing him at parties and things like that. We was like, yeah, we got to do something together, and then it was time, I was doing Reasonable Doubt, and he just came through like, yo, let's do something. And I was like, I'm definitely with it. You know what I mean? I respect that man as like one of the greatest rappers, not the greatest rapper ever, in his business. So we just did Brooklyn Finest, and that just started something right there. Then we seen we had a lot of things in common, a lot of similarities, same sense of humor and things like that. So we just start clicking and calling each other and things like that. So we just started working together, and it was just like, it's a cool thing.
And is it weird for you sometimes when you hear that a lot of people had expected you to fill his shoes after he passed?
It's like, I guess I just put it like this. I guess I could see where it's a natural thing, being that we both is from Brooklyn. We made records together. We lived about 15 minutes away from each other, so we basically seen it, basically the same things, So our vision is pretty much the same. So what they seen in him, I guess they see the same things in me.
So you have a new album out.
Yeah.
So what's it called? Do you want to tell me what it's called?
In My Lifetime, Volume 1.
So the volume 1, does that mean there's going to be more?
Yeah, Volume 2.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard somewhere that you didn't want to do another record.
Yeah, I mean, even before this, like, the first album, Reasonable Doubt, was supposed to be the first and, the only one. But, due to, demand and, we did a co-venture over at Def Jam, that was one of the stipulations in the contract. So,
We had to do another
these two
one.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the difference? How does it differ from Reasonable Doubt?
I say Reasonable Doubt was like an introduction. It's like, meeting somebody on the street, everything, your whole conversation is very, general, not too much details and things like that. I just say In My Lifetime is more detailed and more in depth.
So is it a little more personal?
Yeah, much more personal, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you were successful with Reasonable Doubt with producers like Ski and Premier, Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to work with different producers this time?
Well, I mean, as you grow as an artist, your music has to grow also. I did things with Ski and Premier on this one also, but I just wanted, I was growing. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring that out.
Mm-hmm. And who did you work with?
Work with Teddy Riley, Puff and Hitman, Stevie J, Noontime, Prestige, my man Jazz, of course, still on there, Ski and Premier.
And you're kind of known for like stories about hustling and street stories and things like that. Are we still going to hear some of that on the new album?
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, that's that's the essence. That's where I came from. And those are still those stories. We ain't really touch on everything on the last one. The last one was the introduction. I'm really touching on a lot of different things this time. Well, rapping, I just used to do it as a hobby, but my man Jazz, as far as it being a business, he had to deal with EMI. He introduced me to the whole thing as a business. Like, we get paid for this, you know what I mean, and go overseas and record and whatever, so he introduced me to it as a business.
And you also have your own label. How did you decide to start your own label?
That came about from just seeing the frustrations that he was going through. People at that time, I used to be around Kane, seeing his frustrations with his label, and, the whole thing with Jazz, the way, I wouldn't say his record company was lying to him. They just wasn't telling what he needed to know. They was taking advantage of his inexperience to the business, and, him being brand new, coming like straight from Mall C projects right into a corporate, world, and him not understanding, the business side of things. I say they took advantage of him, so that right there, I just, I watched and I just learned and I watched. So when it was my time to come around, I just wanted to just capitalize off it.